Probably tonight he'll show up with lipstick and a dress on and a wig, anything to draw attention to himself. Meanwhile, we'll continue to deal with reality. ABC 30, not to be confused with ABC Network Radio News, Madeira pharmacy owners survive shooting. Madeira, California, KFSN. Madeira police are still searching for one of the men accused of trying to kill a Madeira pharmacy owner and his mother. The shooting happened inside the pharmacy on Almond and Emily Way around 6:30 p.m. The pharmacy owner, Brian Lee, said he left the back door of his store unlocked for a customer stopping by after business hours. Shortly after the customer left, Lee said two men in ski masks barged in through the back door and started shooting. Now, wait a minute. They started shooting? Well, couldn't he just call 911? The mother and son said they ducked behind the counter as bullets kept flying. One of them hit the mother in the leg. It was not a robbery so much as an execution, Lee said. It was an attempted assassination. They didn't make any demands. They simply came in, reached over, and it was basically shooting us almost in the back of the head. They shot my mother and almost shot me. I was just surrounded by holes. Lee grabbed a gun and started shooting at one of the two suspects. Police Chief Steve Fraser said he had information the suspect was shot in the face, in the torso, and then once in the leg. My goodness. So much gun violence. Why do you need over 10 bullets? Just two masked men coming in trying to murder you and your mother, spraying bullets all over the place. Why do you need just 10 bullets? And by the way, was that weapon a military-style weapon that he used to defend himself and his mother? I mean, did it have the potential for holding a bayonet? Was it camouflage in color? Was it a semi-automatic shot, what we call a bullet? And, of course, Joe Biden announced today that any plan that saves just one life is a plan worth implementing. And that plan already exists, ladies and gentlemen. It's called the Second Amendment. Do you know how many stories like this there are? Zillions of them. People protecting themselves, defending themselves. Innocent citizens. In fact, innocent immigrants. Didn't pick a fight, going about their business, and people want to harm them, maim them, kill them. Coming into their place of business, coming into their own store, coming into their homes, trying to pick them off by their car, trying to carjack them. This man himself, and with any luck, killed one of these perpetrators. So now you know, Governor Cuomo, why sometimes people need more than 10 bullets. You see, it's not to kill a deer. No, not in the least. Those of us with common sense know exactly why people want weapons, and they want ammunition to go with the weapons, enough to protect themselves, or enough to do whatever they can do with the weapon and the ammunition that's legal. Like the overwhelming majority, 99.9% of people who own weapons and ammunition, law-abiding citizens. Law-abiding citizens. Madeira pharmacy owner survived shooting. You see, he shot back. Wasn't any time to call the police. And it wouldn't have done any good in that moment anyway. Just as it wouldn't have done any good in any of these mass murder cases that they talk about where the police were called. But it was too late in every instance. If somebody had been trained and had a carry permit and had a weapon that carried more than 10 bullets, maybe many, many people will be alive today in these mass shootings who aren't alive today. And as I say, I've been looking for those FBI and DHS and all those other statistics on how many cases there are in this country, like the Madeira pharmacy, like all the others, where guns have been used to protect lives. But I can't find that statistic. That's why I think nothing of Piers Morgan. He's a joke. He's a clown. Oops, not allowed to say clown. He's a punk. He's irrelevant. He's on CNN. You really have to be irrelevant to watch CNN. Why are you watching CNN? Why are you watching MSLSD? That's for mental patients. Don't waste your time. And let's see here. Shall we take a few more calls? I think we shall. How about Bob in Florida? Where are you in Florida, sir?
I'm right about 12 miles or so east.
No, but I mean, what's the town? What town are you in?
Cocoa, Florida.
Oh, Cocoa, I'm sorry. On the great WMMB. Go.
Yes, we are. One of the things that I wanted to talk about primarily is this words have meanings, and it's the misappropriation of the definition. The liberals that defined AR-15 rifles, etc., as assault weapons. They're not. They're modern sporting rifles. And they're used primarily for sport, whether it's hunting, target shooting, competition. I own a couple of them. I've never assaulted anyone with it, but I fired tens of thousands of rounds through them.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the kind of thing that the liberals love doing, is putting a buzzword on something that makes people all scared and whatnot. It just irritates me like you wouldn't believe.
Well, I don't blame you, and there's millions of us just like you, and we're tired of being treated like second-class citizens when we know that we're not a threat to anybody or anything. Thank you for your call, my friend, and yet we have these demagogues called Democrat politicians who are just blathering on and on at the top of their lungs, and we have morons like Joe Biden. And I asked the question in the first hour, and I'll ask it again. Where the hell are the Republicans? Why isn't anybody speaking out, countering this stuff? I don't hear it. The silence is deafening, as they say. All right, let's continue, shall we? Let's see, Mr. Producer. I'm looking. There we go. Bob, Fair Lawn, Pennsylvania, the great WABC. Go.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good. Today, my wife, my son, and I, and his new girlfriend just love your show, and you're just terrific, and I'm glad you're on the radio. You just
thank you.
Make it terrific for me to listen to somebody with some common sense.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm a strategist by trade, but one of the things that I thought would be, I'm a staunch conservative here, but I have to tell you, one of the problems I think that the Republican Party has is that they don't have much of an outreach to the liberal base at all. I mean, you I believe in virtually everything you say, and Hannity as well. But the bottom line, though, is that you're preaching to the choir with me. I agree with everything you're going through. Guys are not reaching out.
Sir. I'm on the radio. I can't control who listens to the radio. I can go door to door, but that would be kind of fruitless. So, but if you listen to the program regularly, and you do, we get a lot of callers who say, I was a liberal Democrat before this. I voted for Obama before this. I didn't know about the Constitution before this and so forth. So we're making what headway we can. But, I'm not the official voice of any official anything. So it's completely voluntary here. People turn on the radio, turn it off, turn on their app, turn it off, turn on satellite, turn it off, whatever. Turn on their website, turn it off. We do have, I can tell you, last month's numbers. We had massive ratings. I mean, New York was huge. Washington was huge. I could go right down the list. People in this business know it. And for the 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time hour, when people have so many distractions, so many other things they can be doing on the East Coast and parts of the Midwest, eating, for instance, dinner, or watching primetime TV, or watching some sporting event or anything else, they're listening to the program. So there's only so much one person can do.
Yeah, you represent a lot of people. You may not know it, but quite frankly, you represent my voice because I don't have the medium that you do. So you in a way, you involuntarily are reflecting what a lot of people think. And
I appreciate that. Now, where do you live exactly?
A place called, you ever hear of Doylestown, New Jersey? Right around there.
Doylestown, I've heard of Doylestown, Bucks County.
excuse me, I meant Pennsylvania. Right.
Well, Doylestown's a nice town, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a terrific town. Very quaint little place. Nice place to.
Now you're surrounded by a lot of liberal Republicans. This much I know.
It's quite amazing, actually.
Yeah.
And they have absolutely. I'm into behavioral modification and things like that, and strategic definition and things like that. And bottom line is, I've done studies of the kazoo, and one of the things that I've seen is that approximately upwards of 75%. I'm not kidding you. 75% of the population is either, excuse the term, dumb. Have a low IQ, just don't care. It's quite amazing the amount.
I mean, they're drones. I call these people drones.
Yeah, they're not engaged at all in anything. They don't even know how much they're going to be affected by the healthcare debacle. They don't know about this tax increase and how it's going to affect them. I mean, I popped on my website that $85,000 a year, and you pay $15,000. You're going to pay $16,000 in your healthcare fees. And I got more hits on that outreach than any other time. Nobody even knows about it. It's extraordinary how much they're not engaged at all. They're just
you know what? The truth is, people who believe in the Constitution and individual liberty, and who are what we call conservatives, have to be more informed, more knowledgeable than liberals, because liberals sound like Cuomo or Piers Morgan, or in many respects the morning schmo, or Obama or Biden. Things just pop out of their mouths. They're mostly emotional, largely incoherent. And when we're arguing about our framers, we're arguing about our founding documents, we're arguing about who has the power to do what, the drones, their eyes just glaze over. Thank you for your call, my friend. I appreciate it. Very good call. Call again. Doylestown in Bucks County is a beautiful area, Pennsylvania. But it's sad. It's sad. So many libs. Pathetic. A New York City man claimed to be opening a medical facility is pleaded guilty to identity theft in a